Hello, Trailblazers, and welcome to another Trainings and Strategies for Entrepreneurs inside the Entrepreneur Journey Group. So glad to have you here. And today we have Dan Silva of Mode Wealth, and Dan is the expert tax man. He's going to teach us how to save a ton of money on our taxes. And as entrepreneurs, we all want to keep more money, correct? Of course. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Dan.
Thanks, Doug. You know, entrepreneurs are great, right? I love working with entrepreneurs. That's what we do all the time. We actually specialize in community business owners. And because entrepreneurs are just different from other people, right? Not to say that we're better, just different. I mean, we're all entrepreneurs here. So how many of these mindsets can you relate to, Doug? Let me read it to you. You love what you do, of course, right? You dream big. You have an extraordinary drive compared to others and a never give up attitude, right? Mm-hmm. You believe that your business is going to make you rich. Is that right?
All those describe me.
Yeah, of course. And that's why I love working with community business owners. I mean, we tend to be very positive people. And, there's definitely some common ways of thinking that business owners share, that can kind of cause stress and uncertainty too. Like how many of these can you relate to? Cash flow, while rarely steady, will work itself out, even with the ups and downs. We kind of believe that a lot of times, right? Or how about this one? The demand for my product, service, or industry will always be there. Or I should reinvest every dime that I can back into my business because it's my best investment. Mm-hmm. And then I'll be able to retire on business. Now, I got these from Mark Kohler. I agree from one of his books. And I completely agree with them. I mean, these are the characteristics and mindsets that we see from entrepreneurs all the time. And honestly, they hold people back from financial independence and freedom. I mean, this mindset also results in stress, inconsistent cash flow, and no constructive real retirement plan. And so that's what we try to fix here at Mode Wealth. We want everybody to be in wealth mode. It's a different mindset. It's how I know where I'm going. It's a clear path. And have tracks to run, because honestly, it's pretty difficult to get good business advice out there. Have you experienced that, Doug?
Yeah, especially in the financial piece of it.
Right. So it can be pretty stressful trying to figure it all out. I mean, we're great at what we do, right? Mm-hmm. But we can't be great at everything, right? And so
that's dangerous for entrepreneurs to try and be great at everything,
right? And it causes a lot of stress and takes a lot of time away from what we really are good at. I want to share a little screen with you here. I'm going to turn off my camera just because. Let you focus on the screen here. So, Doug, are you satisfied with the taxes you pay?
Oh, not at all.
No. We only want to pay less, right?
Exactly.
So, and then, one of the biggest problems we see in America today with a lot of our clients is that people think their CPA or tax advisor is actually saving them money on taxes, but they really aren't. They're just filling out the forms and reporting to the IRS, right? They might tell us, oh, you spent too much money or you made too much money, so go buy a new truck, right? And they call that tax planning. But really, that's tax triage. And the way we look at it is strategy. We need to be forward thinking. We need to look out the windshield of the car, not just the rearview mirror. And even the Supreme Court says there's absolutely nothing wrong with strategy. There's nothing in the IRS tax code that prevents it. Honestly, when you get to know it, it's actually a blueprint from Congress telling you how they want you to run a business. Have you ever thought of it that way?
I have not thought about it that way. That's pretty cool.
Take this deduction because it's going to help your business grow. It's good for business. It's good for the economy, and that's how they make our economy grow. That's the only way Congress can do it. So the fact is, like I said, most CPAs are only doing tax preparation and working off the billable hours, right? So the problem is that the average consumer assumes their CPA is doing all they can to save them money on taxes, but it's just not. And one too many. But it's interesting, really, because there's such a wide variety of education among tax advisors and tax preparers as there is among doctors, lawyers, and other professionals. And most have the education to work as historians and put the right numbers in boxes. And what we don't see enough of that we believe is the strategist So you have to prepare the CPA, the EA, enrolled agent, attorneys, and strategists. So here at Mode Wealth, we believe that tax planning should have a value with return on investment. So it's ROI, because we're business owners too. We know it's about ROI, right?
Speaking my language.
It's always ROI. And so tax planning, we should be able to see that at the end of the year saying, they gave us this advice, we did X, Y, and Z, and it saved us this exact amount of money. So that's how we operate. Just to clarify, once again, tax planning is not end of your tax planning. That's oxymoron. You can't plan for something that's already happened, right? Mm-hmm. So at Mode Wealth, we are looking at the windshield, like I said, and before the year ends. So tax planning is the process of looking at a person's life, business, and regulatory requirements to legally, I also like to add morally and ethically, reduce taxes. So they fit in the box. So I just said legally. So what we are is a team of professionals who work a lot like a family office. So we have the tax strategists, we have the CPAs, we have the financial planners, attorneys, and we all get to sit together at the table and discuss you and your specific financial situation as a business owner and as a team. So that's one way we're a lot different than most. And I know you said I'm the big tax guy, and I am a tax guy, but only for the retirement side. So my specialty is tax-free retirement, tax-free cash flow, things like that. Our tax strategist, yeah. So Melvin here is our CEO and our chief tax, certified tax master. He does our strategizing. He's also as a CEO, he's more like the head surgeon, right? He's going to put the team together for you, so that we have to be able to tell you, well, here's Ed Lyon. We're going to need him for your tax attorney. We also have Wallace Lousy. He's more of our all-around attorney. If you need contracts or wills or trusts, things like that, to go into your tax plan and your overall financial plan, got him to do that. Braden, Aaron, insurance guys, all kind of stuff. And we do work with other CPA firms. So if you have a CPA you love, there's no need to change. We actually have 34 CPA firms that we work directly with already around the country, so we are well versed in every state's requirements. Compliance team, this is actually the most important part, and what really sets us apart a lot is the compliance, because the compliance is absolutely crucial to any tax strategy, right? Because you have to make sure that you have all your T's dotted and all your I's crossed, and not only that, you want to have it laid out like a book, so that if you ever did get audited, our clients know that it's going to be the easiest audit that tax guy's ever had, because we're going to have it all laid out in a book. Exactly, this is the strategy we use, this is the compliance we did to make it legal, and everything is above board, and they'll know that very, very quickly. We do have 7 branches in 3 states currently, because like any good business, we are growing. So compliance, like I said, is the number one important part, is what we cover. And what really sets us apart from other firms is that we've figured out a way to automate it. So instead of having to do a lot of manual compliance work every month, we have it automated so that it doesn't take a ton of your time, doesn't take a ton of our time, so it builds on the ROI, right? Because many of these strategies, CPAs just don't recommend them because it's going to cost so much for them to do it that it's not going to save you any money. There's not going to be no ROI on it. So that's another way we can stand out for you. Deductions, of course, make sure our clients get 100% of their deductions. Not missing any. Legal entity structure, this is a big one when it comes to saving on taxes, and also avoiding audits. Doug, did you know that the number one entity type to get audited is a sole proprietor?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And that's what most small community businesses are until they aren't, right? So make sure they're structured properly. A lot of real estate investors need to have multiple entities. for different deals. So we help them with the proper structure there and keep it all straight. Retirement, and when we do take a look at retirement, we have to make sure that your 401ks are set up properly and they're doing what you need them to do. That's the old stuff that you have from other jobs or whatever in the past. Make sure that is going to be the most efficient tax-wise and reaching your goals. Insurance, because there's tons of tax benefits to insurance and tax efficiency. So insurance is a big one for us. Loopholes. We all love loopholes, right?
Yeah.
When we hear loopholes, we think of, oh, big corporations avoiding taxes. But really, it's not tax avoidance that we look for. It's just a knowledge of the tax code that allows us to use it to our benefit. And so it's really knowledge of the law and not avoidance of the law that makes loopholes actually work. And they're in there for a reason. Like I said, the IRS or Congress, IRS wants to take all your money. Congress wants to tell you how to run a better business. Mm-hmm. So that's what they do through the tax code. Niche or tax updates, obviously we've got a lot of those coming up. So Mode Wealth is on top of all those for our clients. Niche and specific strategies. Now, everybody's situation is different. And so, I mean, this is the smallest things, being married, not married, how you file, do you have kids, what are they, how old are they, right? What's your entity? Oops, too many. And, you know, because you really could have one business owner on paper, two business owners on paper, and they look exactly the same. But let's say one of them has a trust, or one of them wants to have a different amount in the IRA for retirement, the other one. So all of these things can matter to a degree that could drastically change how much we can save for them on a month-to-month basis. So we've got to get in there and see exactly. And of course, audit protection. We're definitely going to make sure that we're there for you if and when the IRS man comes knocking. That's why we have our compliance and all the automation with that. And then here's the most unique thing, is the wealth creation. Because unlike other firms, we are in a unique position to create money for you that you're previously tipping the federal government. So what we found is that it really doesn't make sense to lead people to the money without showing them a way to secure it for the future in a tax-free way. Because everybody wants to, I mean, honestly, everybody does want to be there for you once you've made $2-3 million or whatever your big, hairy, audacious goal is, right?
Yep.
But we want to be there for you and help you get there.
Nice.
So that's our goal. Because honestly, like we said before, it's so hard to get good business advice. I mean, there's 23 million businesses in the U.S. that aren't even structured properly.
Can I interject here? Just a little note about this particular audience is a lot of online entrepreneurs. And in hindsight, we usually do this kind of stuff in hindsight, whereas a lot of brick and mortars will get this stuff established when they're getting started. Too often we're like, oh shoot, I need to go do all this stuff. So I just want to emphasize the importance of getting this type of counsel and direction in your
right.
It is super important. So sorry, I just wanted to interject there because I know my audience and I know a lot of them need this. And,
yeah, the online entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
Because so many times like, oh, I'm going to do this online store, and then 6 months later, like, oh shoot, I'm making a bunch of money.
Right, exactly.
We have a big tax bill.
Yep.
So we see that all the time with our clients coming in. And so the sooner we can plan for that. And what we do for them is a lot of times we do have people come to us 2-3 months in, they see growth starting to happen, and they say, oh shoot, I'm going to need to plan for a big tax bill at the end of the year. And if they find us at that time, it's perfect, because what we do is we set up a foundational plan. And we say, okay, well, when we hit this marker, we're going to do this strategy. When we hit that marker, we're going to do that strategy. And now we can mitigate your taxes up to X number of dollars of revenue. And so it gives people a really great peace of mind that I'm not going to have this massive tax bill looming over my head next year. So
that is, like I said, I think this is super valuable stuff, and online entrepreneurs need to get on the ball with it.
Well, I got a couple examples here. Oh, well, there's a new slide I just threw in there, but really, I just want to emphasize that it's not just a CPA firm. And if you have a CPA you do that you love and they are good, doing a great job, we don't have to replace them. We're not trying to replace anybody. We're just trying to make sure you have the right team in place. Make sense? I mean, when was the last time your CPA, your attorney, your insurance agent, and your financial planner were all in the same room talking about you, Doug?
They weren't.
It's never happened, right? So that's what we do. Example, real quick. I think they're not online on examples, but here's a dentist, Dr. Lee. He's here in Oregon. I'm in Portland, Oregon, if I haven't said that yet. But we do work around the country. But this dentist happened to be in Eugene, Oregon. Doing pretty good business. 850,000 or a little bit plus gross revenue a year, was paying 147,000 in taxes. We were able to save 102,000 in his very first year, and every year moving forward after that.
Wow.
But he was pretty happy. Julie, she's your, your average, not average, but, a great real estate agent here in Portland. And she's 42 years old when she came to us, able to save her 18,532 on her taxes in the first year. And when we save it in the first year, there are strategies that move with us year to year. So she's able to save that every year moving forward as well. So she decided to start investing her $1,500 a month that she was previously tipping the federal government. 18,000 divided by 12, right? And so without increasing your income, without reducing your expenses, without growing your business or reducing your lifestyle, just doing the cash flow optics planning that we do here at Mode Wealth, basically, theoretically, led her to about $4 million of retirement income. So she was able to start investing that $1,500 a month, was able to get a 12% annual return, fairly conservative, $4 million by age 70.
Nice.
Instead of it going into taxes. So just reemphasize, our foundation is tax. We always start with tax because this is like I said, the number one biggest expense most business owners have, especially online business owners, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a lot of expenses, honestly. We don't have to pay large rents. When I had my restaurant, my rent was $6,000 a month for 900 square feet.
Wow.
I was in Hong Kong, so it was a little bit different. But yeah, the overhead is insane. But online entrepreneurs, we don't have that problem, right? So we need to have all the more important to have proper strategy for our taxes, saving money there. Oops, wrong way. There we go. And we're also going to take a look at your business, your insurance needs, legal requirements, management, finance, all that kind of stuff that you may need. And then finally, with our wealth team, we'll design, management, and growth. And you can see compliance is foundational for all three of these. Mm-hmm. So always compliance. And then this is the tail end of my normal presentation, but we adapted a little bit for your purposes here, Doug, and I appreciate that. But this is basically our timeline of how we work. So we usually have a first meeting, which this basically is, and then we're going to need to take a look at past tax return, so we can see which mistakes or missed opportunities. Usually just missed opportunities. Most CPAs don't make mistakes, so that's really good. But sometimes we do find them, so we do look for mistakes, but mostly just missed opportunities, and we go back a number of years for that. And then we put together a blueprint, a tax and wealth blueprint, and this is all on our dime. So we do all this upfront work before we even know what we need to charge it, because it depends on everybody's individual situation, right? I mean, how much compliance is going to be needed, how many strategies, that kind of stuff. But then once we do, we can present that to you. We'll show you exactly what the ROI is projected to be, and we always lowball it. We always we always present a lower ROI than our clients actually experience, just to make sure we're not over-promising, under-delivering. And if we decide to engage, then we'll have the implementation meeting. There's usually about 3 or 4 of those, just to make sure that you're clear on everything, that all strategies, and get all those implemented and set up in the compliance suite. Like I said, it's all automated and done for you. And then ongoing, we just have your wealth team meetings. So planning, compliance, tax preparation every year is covered under that fee structure. So that's how we save people money on taxes. Some places, come and learn 30 different ways to save money on business on tax. I've looked at those, and I don't know about you, Doug, but I don't have that much time to go and learn everything there is to know, to learn,
Yeah, I don't want to read the tax code.
right? So that's why I really like and this is why I joined Mode Wealth, is because, it's more of a done for you situation.
Yep. Much like a lot of our marketing services are done for you because we take that off the table for them and they don't have to worry about it. They just grow their business.
Right.
So I was thinking, so a consultation with you, is there any charge for a consultation with you?
Not at all. If I go back to that
So
other slide,
so
everything
what?
in the green over there, that's post engagement. That'd be after we charge, but the first three is all on our dime.
So with that being said, as an entrepreneur, if you wanted to even just discuss the opportunity of saving tens of thousands of dollars a year on taxes, it's a no-brainer to me to schedule an interview with Dan. So not an interview. This is an interview. Schedule a consultation with Dan, because, like I said, it's a win. It's a win-win. If he can't save you money, it's just going to be a phone call. But I guarantee you, he's probably going to find a way to save you money on your taxes. So
And that's it too. If we can't produce an ROI, we'll tell you that, and we say, yeah, you're doing great. You've done every strategy we can think of, and your CPA is the best. Give us his number. We want to hire him too.
nice. So
So
in order to put tens of thousands of dollars back into your pocket, schedule a call with Dan.
that'll work. And it's just right there on the screen. Talk to Dan.online.
And actually, there will be a booking link as well underneath the video. So you can schedule that call right from the link below the video. Anything else for us, Dan?
Not unless you got more questions.
No.
I appreciate the opportunity to share what we do, and we just really love helping community business owners around the country, whether they're brick and mortar or online. Just love people saying, "Well, that's a no-brainer." Yeah.
Exactly. All right, Trailblazers, we will see you on the next trainings and strategies, and book a call with Dan.